our coach coach ebo mo de Otuado Mokonya came no ko Otuado my coach my coach fele I will do better than Otuado.
All right, my people, welcome to the Malongo podcast with me, Philip Sichope Achim. Sicho, as you know it, I'm here with Coach today, and of course, there is Achu, Danny, and Fent are not here. They send their regards.
They are taking charge of.
They are taking charge of very
of coaching matters.
Of very important. Very important. They've not decided to announce anything. Why you come to announce something? Leave it to them. Leave it to them. Okay, so when they want, then they
are coaching.
Okay, they are coaching. Anyway, so
you yourself, you have coated.
There's been only a few hours since Ghana finished playing against Chad in Chad. At the end of the game, it's been 1-1. So I've seen all the social media commentary. I've seen all the anger, all the conversations on social media. So we just convened here. I should pick up the phone, called Coach. Coach called me and said, okay, let's record it quickly and then get it out there. Probably should have done live, but we just rushed in. You don't want to waste any time. So we get straight into the recording. Gentlemen, where do we start from? Do you know what we'll do?
No.
Let's do the game. We'll look at what is coming on Monday.
That's right.
The game was straightforward. Everybody saw it.
Yeah.
We'll look at what is coming ahead on Monday. Then we dovetail into the conversation that the boys have been a little demoralized because the minister spoke of the budget. So let's start.
If you are a blaster player and you are what?
Coach,
you can't beat Chad because the minister is saving the people of this country.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine
so
that?
If you see me holding these documents and
what
you
are you talking about?
A lot of them. These are documents of the budgets and the details.
What does it mean?
Oh, they are stealing us.
Namely.
So
Kofi Adams. Oh, so I didn't come with Mododopo.
We'll come to the budget, but let's talk about the game, guys. Black Stars started. They got a first goal. Everybody thought it's almost in line with what we saw here when Chad was in town. Then the game dragged boringly into the first half. Game down in first half. Second half starts almost the same pattern. All of a sudden, then it's 1-1 at the tail end of the game. The Black Stars can recover. The game ends in a draw. Coach, what did you make of that whole game?
Before I address the game, I did say that if Otuado cannot beat Chad, he should be sacked.
No, but he still has an opportunity of qualifying to the World Cup.
Oh, Jai. Monjai Sadia, stop those things. If you put me in charge of this team, we'll qualify to the World Cup. In fact, with cheeky ease, I'm telling you, I'm not bragging, but those who know me, they know me. Even within the Ketokreku branch, in the Ketokreku circle, those people circling around Ketokreku, they know that if I, Coach Nimley, I'm in charge of this Black Stars team, in this group, we qualified long time. Sicho, look, I've always said something, and I'll continue to say it. This coach, he doesn't know when to use Elisha Usu. He doesn't know when to use Salis. Achu, you follow football. When will you use those two players? Sicho, I will hit the ball, I say. If you are the coach, when will you use these two players? When is the need to have Salis and Elisha Wusu in the team? When will you do that?
No problem. When you're playing against a team where you're expecting not to see a lot of the ball, you're defending a lot, you need people in the... against a more superior opponent.
You are playing against a quality opposition.
A team where you're not supposed to have a lot of the ball.
Lead.
Yeah.
And you want to protect it.
And they are superior.
With the last 10 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Then you just tell them, 2 destroyers, go there. Make sure. He did
that thing, Seth, a coach. To be honest, I think we overrate the ability of the ball, Seth. They are not good DMs, so. They don't win that. So when you say destroyers, they don't even win the ball.
Sejo, that is the best. Which other description can you give to them?
They are
because they don't progress the ball.
Yeah, they're not ball winners.
They don't have flair.
They don't pass.
So
they are not ball winners. They are not tacklers.
They are not anything.
I mean, honestly, me people say 2 double pivot, 2 DMs, and 2 defensive. They're not not
if
even
you
defensive.
are
They're not good
playing,
at it. No.
if you are playing against child,
It's child, not child. What child?
Child.
Child.
It's child. Somebody's country.
Child.
And somebody's country. You account to determine how you mention the name of the country.
Okay, if you are playing against Chad,
A lot better.
Chad, the whipping boys of the group,
That's true.
and you throw away 2 points, you should be sacked. Especially when the coaching is that bad.
What's wrong with the coaching today?
Oh, so many things were wrong.
So talk to us
I'm
about
coming
that.
there.
Thank you.
You see, when you're playing against a team, Chad themselves are much more, they were very much aware that they couldn't go toe to toe with us.
True.
So tactically, they sat back, waited for their moment. As at when the moment presented themselves, then they went out. The moment the ball got, they came back and protected themselves. We walloped them 5-0 here. Even if we were to beat them 1-0, they would have looked at it and said, Charlie, this is an improvement of the 5-0 defeat. So they were tactically placed in a position before the game even started to do damage limitation. Why are they taking the points to? They are not taking it anywhere. They are just playing for pride. So if you are Otto Addo, 2 things. If the team is very much compact in the middle, the best thing to do is to stretch them. You see, there were proper wingers in this team. This is the game that I would have started with Kamaldeen Suleiman. This is the game where I would have gone even 4-4-2, typical 4-4-2, with the ability of what? Jordan, and then put Inaki Williams or Antoine Semenyo, or even the boy, that former local boy who plays with the under 20 that he brought on. He brought him on in the last 3, 4, 5 minutes. Just go to top so that we engage their 2 center backs. That will draw them back further. And then pass the ball with intent. You saw that we were playing slow, lackluster, lackadaisical, not interested.
But can you understand the attitude? The attitude on the pitch.
Bassa!
Yeah, the attitude was terrible.
Very bassa. You just can't be a bassa, not a bassa. Very bassa.
Chedawase.
Troka.
Hey, you win on Monday, we are America. If we have won today and win on Monday, America, here we come.
Yeah.
Now we have to wait and hope that on Monday you do the job. But this team is not used to playing under pressure.
Yeah.
Even the manager himself, the moment he's in that position, he doesn't think straight.
Yeah.
I didn't see Wilfred Schaefer. Where was he?
I thought he was with it.
Is he there?
I saw a picture of him at the training ground, but I didn't see that.
Schaefer. So what are these roles? What are they doing? Now, we were not passing the ball with intent. We were very slow in our approach. And then Antoine Semenyo. Look, I have said it. He needs to learn how to finish.
Yeah, I've never said it's not clinical.
He has too much power.
Yeah, it's not clinical.
I've thought that if you've got too much power, you should know when to go for power and when not to go for. This is a professional player. He plays in the best league in the world. And we see him week in, week out. I just did a piece on him, on his inability to finish. If you look at the way he plays, even at club level, he should be scoring more goals than he's scoring.
Yeah, sure.
You don't go for power
against Spurs. He had a free header. It's just in front of. He scored some very spectacular goals, but in goal scoring positions,
where you expect that
the goals he scores are not necessarily from goal scoring positions.
No,
but when he gets to goal scoring position, he doesn't have the calmness
at all.
Yeah.
How many times did we not see that today? Look at that pass from Jordan. That sort of reverse on looking pass. A clinical player, the goalkeeper, just digging the ball over the goalkeeper into the back of the bell. Said, Jesus Christ. What said me?
What destroy everything?
What destroy everything? What said me? What destroy everything? Now,
the people who say we laugh too much on this podcast, look at this.
What said me? What destroy everything? When is it going to calm down? I was watching again. I was telling myself that, look, even when we went wide, look at the number of players we committed in the box. Very few. The people are deep. Even the goal we scored there, they went to sleep. We had only Jordan in the box.
And credit to him, he made a good run.
He made a good
to
run.
separate himself from the crowd.
And Kudus for once reminded us of what he did in the first league game, where he now trusted his right foot, that he can come onto his right foot and then do the pull-out for somebody to score. You are playing against a defensive-minded team. When we are on the attack, we are afraid to commit men into the box. How do you outnumber them, hoping to increase your chance of getting to the ball first to put the ball in the back of the net? I was telling my colleague at work, I said, Otuare ele coaching. He doesn't know how to coach. And I'm surprised that Ofer and Co are there. The people are deep. They are outnumbering us in the box. When is the best time to commit men? When the ball go wide. Anytime we go wide, that is when you commit people into the box. So the 4-4-2 system would have guaranteed that anytime we went wide, at least minimum, we'll have 2 players in the box. 2 players in the box. He stuck with the 4-2-3, where the 2 sideways passes of the ball there, and then Kudus giving the license to rope. But if anytime Kudus went in there, said, oh, Charlie, look. The problem with the team is very simple. The coaches we have, actually, they are not thinking outside of the box. They are always looking at the particle in the box. You put the particles there. So to some extent, you can regulate the behavior of the particle in the box. But there are times where you should open and allow the particle to step out of the box and see how it behaves. That is what coaching is all about. This is Schrodinger equation in physics. That's what I'm using to explain. Schrodinger equation in physics or in physical chemistry. If it's about what is in the box, just say you are rigid to your system. You cannot. Which system will not allow you? Even Amorim, that people are complaining about system. Look at the chances that Amorim system is creating. It is the players that are not putting the chances away. But in our case, you are playing against Chad, Otoado, for heaven's sake. You are playing against Chad. And for me, look, they have shown that against the quality opposition, when there's pressure, everybody, did you see we all felt that if you cannot beat Chad with that Thomas Partey, then there's an issue. Then there's a serious issue. Then this team, after all, is not good enough. This team, because if Partey was in this team today, you saw the 2 guys in the middle, they couldn't pass the ball for. So who was our best player? It was the left-footed defender. What's the name? The center back, Jerome Opoku. Rather, Salis and Elisha Wusu kept giving the ball to him for him to do the distribution. What are they doing there? Salis and what? Elisha Wusu. Jerome picks up the ball. He gives it to you. You cannot pass the ball forward. You rather turn and give it back to him. Then he should now go and do the distribution. I'm not saying they're bad players, but the fact is, look, Charlie, the standard required, the level required, they are not up to. And I was shocked when it became very obvious. You see, before we considered the goal, the guys, they had knocked at the door twice. So I was telling somebody, if we don't take care, we'll get punished. And look at our technical team. They panicked. All of a sudden, our boys were playing as if they were tired. You had played the game at your own control pace. So if you were playing against an opposition that was running with you, then after 60 minutes, you are all gassed out. And we are in big trouble. Sicho. In the last 15 minutes, you play some brebre. And I was asking them, somebody say, the weather.
That's nonsense.
I say absolute rubbish.
The weather wasn't harsh.
This weather,
it wasn't
rubbish.
Harsh. It wasn't. I was even surprised of the weather because I thought at 1 p.m.
it was going to be.
I thought it was, but even the 1 p.m. Ghana time, Chad an hour ahead of us already on the same time. I think
generally, the weather on the continent is not what it used to be.
It's not what it used to be.
Even in Ghana,
The weather was like 29
Yeah.
degrees. You know,
You should play.
1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And the reason why you should play is that it was not a game that was played at a blistering pace.
Yeah.
Throughout the game,
Simple control. You can't control.
You were killing the game. Look, if you're a Ghanaian and you are not disappointed that we couldn't beat Chad today, then there's something with you, something wrong with you. We have to hope that something will happen on Monday. I pray Mali don't beat Comoros today. Or Comoros don't beat Mali today.
Any win leaves us in
The next 3 games is a must-win game.
Even Madagascar or Central African Republic are winning, which is not good.
That's why. If Madagascar
have got 10 points.
if they win, they go to 13. If they win on the following, they go to what? 16. We have 16 now. Assuming Comoros win, they go from 12 to 15.
If Mali win 12.
If Mali win 12, look, if Mali win 12, they'll fancy themselves here again here in Accra.
Yeah.
They will know that if they can, and if Mali were to win today and they come to Accra, imagine they scoring the first goal in Accra. Can this team bounce back from a difficult situation? The pressure at the Accra Sports Stadium. Look, I have said it. Nothing will change my mind. Whoever decided. Now I know how Otto Addo was kept in the job. In due time, I'll put it out. In due time, I'll tell you. In due time, maybe you guys know you've kept it from me.
I don't know anything.
Like you can say you don't know.
Me, I don't know.
During this week, I'm the one who sent me this vivid document.
Nobody sent you anything. You have intercepted some documents.
No, somebody sent it to me. The document doesn't fly. Somebody sent it to me.
You
Somebody
do, your sources will be scared that they'll give you.
No, don't give me. I don't
Just say
mention
you've
their name.
intercepted.
Don't worry.
Whether you chance it on a laptop or
Whether
you
it
saw it
was
on
sent to
the
me from America or Canada, I have the document. The point I'm making is that very soon, how Otto Addo was kept in the job by Ketu Kreku, how the government stampede that thing. I will say it. I will say it.
Coach, let me come to the game. Yeah.
Otto Addo, the day we decided to keep Otto Addo in this job, Makan Mesanka, that was the biggest mistake we did. We should have sacked him when we failed to qualify to the AFCON. That was the perfect opportunity. Padiele coaching, Elisha Usu Kesalis against Chad. Achu, I need you to, you are a very good, fantastic footballer. I need you to train for just 2 weeks. I'll put you in front of, I'll take one of them and put you there. So when about just control and push it forward. Push it forward. Push. All your passes should go vertical. Not horizontal and sideways. You are passing midfielder. Everybody say,
Onyazi.
Actually, let me come to you on the game. 1-1 disappointed. Everybody's disappointed. Obviously, the coach has stated it. But what did you pick out from that game?
A lot of the things are things that we already knew about Otto. Often when we talk about favoritism, the Otto Addo's fixation and his loyalty, his fixation with and his loyalty to Salis and Elisha Usu, it can only be favoritism. It can only be favoritism. I don't see what special skill sets that either of them has got that sets them apart from Lawrence Ajekum. That sets them apart from Francis Abu. That sets them apart from
the Atalanta boy, the one who has moved.
Sulemana.
Fosna Mankwa, Ibrahim Sulemana, or any of the midfield options that we have got. If you break down their game, passing range, vision, spatial awareness, anticipation, tackling, presence of mind, there is not a single metric by which you will assess Elisha Usu and Salis Abdul Samed, and they will rank decently against any of the other players. Look, I always tell people that bad players can be made to look good in a decent setup. You can find a coach who will find specific instructions for players. For example, if you have a holding midfielder who can't pass to save his life, but he has got 2 midfield options with good engine. Each of them loves to drop deep, but they've got the engine to get up and down the pitch quickly. They have every other thing that a midfielder needs. Good range, passing ability, and all of that. The coach will not be too bothered about the fact that his holding midfielder cannot execute 5-yard horizontal or
Just before
vertical passes.
did I see him bring on Salisu
Yes,
Salisu came
to
on.
come and do what?
He changed to a TV back after we considered. He
After
changed to a
we
TV
considered.
back just to commit the
Okay, on yes,
wide players were more.
Look,
And maybe
you
also
have
offer presence in the box.
in
when
the
he-
box. Salisu no on
A coach,
That's what you need to
in a situation like that, a coach then will not be too bothered that his holding midfielder cannot complete a 6-yard vertical pass because he then perhaps has two midfielders who more than compensates for the shortcomings of that holding midfielder. So if you look at that midfielder at his club side and you do not take into consideration the specific context of the profile of players around him, that does not require him to be doing the basic job of a holding midfielder. And you assume that in the national team, because they look decent there, they would look decent in the national team. You are mistaken. You get me? And that is the fundamental problem I have had with Otto's favoritism, because that's what it is. Look, there can be no tactical or technical justification for his consistent use of Salis and Elisha Owusu.
Salis, when was the last time he was that?
The thing that breaks my heart is that if I am the coach and I'm sitting on the bench, I'll tell you a quick story. Bakola,
Yeah.
in the French Olympic team, Henri said during the Olympic Games, he brought him on a number of occasions. They will create overloads on one side of the pitch through different combinations, and then they will quickly hit diagonals to him into feet. He's isolated 1v1. He'll do a couple of step overs and then he'll bring the ball back. He looked at him and said, if you do that foolishness again, you are joining me on the bench, because the whole essence of creating overloads on one side and creating that 1v1 situation for you here is to use your pace and
To take it down.
to take the player on. If we create this advantage for you and you still send the ball back, then I don't need you on the pitch. It defeats the purpose of everything that they have done. And you see, this idea of creating overloads on one side and the one view, it is difficult.
Extremely
Because
difficult.
you will spend about 3 or 4 minutes to
create that
moving your opponents to one side deliberately. Because sometimes you also want the combinations because you have seen your player isolated, but you know that there is a DM there closer to the player who's very quick. So you don't trust that even if my player gets beyond him, he can double up. So you don't want that. You still ask the team to wait. If a coach goes through all of this for you to get the ball and then you pass it back, it's counterproductive. The equivalent of that was what Jerome Opoku was doing for us today. It looked decent, and for a long time, it looked like our direct route towards getting the ball into the final third. But what is the essence of the holding midfielder if anytime he gets the ball, he runs to the centre back? Anytime, both of them, they run to the centre back. And you see, at a point, because Jonas Ajete also did not trust his distribution too much, he would either drive the ball forward, and then when he gets within 5 yards of Urenchi, he pass the ball to him, or look left and find Jerome Opoku. So Jerome Opoku was comfortable on the ball, and so he would distribute. I'm not saying this is why we lost, but I'm saying that against a better opposition, you don't get any value from either of these midfielders. And this is something that has been evident for a long time. If we're in the position where you need to protect an advantage and that you need bodies in the midfield, not necessarily because when you watch Elisha Owusu's game, he's not someone who moves intelligently to cover space without tackling. He's not someone who will make those last-ditch tackles and win the ball. So even off the ball, he is not great. The same applies to Salis.
Situ.
And you see, I mentioned
Michael Essien midfield.
I mentioned
Antonana midfield.
I mentioned favoritism because Salis can go about a whole year of playing 5 or 10 games. The moment he changes clubs, he's starting for the Black Stars again.
Oh, bro, he had not played football entire last season, but when we had the opportunity of trying new things in the friendly game, he threw it on.
That
Against Nigeria.
is clearly favoritism.
Yeah.
So that thing, I don't want to see it. And you see, it will be the downfall of Otuado.
Oh.
Because
Onyazi.
since the thing about favoritism is that it gets in the way of competence. And at this level, you will never get away with it. On the game itself, yeah, it was painful. But after reflection on everything that happened, the performance makes sense because of the manager on the bench and his orientation. Otuado is a very paranoid coach. And I don't use this in an insulting manner.
That is the truth.
He's a very conservative. He's a very conservative.
He's not even explain why he's saying he's paranoid. The moment Sagiso to you happy.
You see, he's the sort of
I can't
coach.
even explain why he says he's paranoid. Once against Otto Law, it is the truth.
Otuado,
Why do you say he's paranoid? Because what about his coaching?
he is afraid of ceding control to the opponents.
Then that's a very good use of the word paranoid.
Yes.
Like Pep Guardiola is paranoid about
obsession.
No, that is obsession.
He doesn't even look
That's
at the
obsession with control.
What
That is Pep's. No.
When it comes to Pep, we are twisting obsession.
So let me explain to you.
Paranoid.
Let me explain to you.
Up or down. When it comes to Pep, you are choosing obsession.
Can I explain?
It comes to Otto, he said paranoid. Explain why.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Because Pep will do everything, including going to the extreme to get control. Otto's is the kind that he doesn't even want the control. He is afraid of the opponent controlling the game. Those are two different things.
I still put all of them under paranoia.
It's like Konongo Kaya. Onwa ompe. Unyanswa ehano.
Right.
You get it? Otto is the kind of coach who, when there are incidents in the game, he becomes very uncomfortable. So the pace at which the game was played today, Otuado liked it.
Yeah.
The fact that our players looked disinterested in it.
What is
and
this?
They were walking about for 90 minutes.
Are there games that we've done similar things that makes you think that it's in the coaches like that's how the coaches
you know the answer to your question.
Yeah.
When we drew against Niger,
the simplest indicator.
when we drew against Niger away,
Yeah.
the same thing.
Sijo, the simplest indicator of a coach's approval of what he is seeing is silence.
Yes.
If a coach doesn't see something on the bench, he talks.
Otto was talking.
It shows in the way, and you see, let me finish, Sijo.
Okay.
Look, if a coach doesn't like something he's seen, he talks. His body language, he communicates it.
Or
over time,
or his decision making
that's why I'm coming. Yeah. Over time, if he realizes that the players are not responding to what he's saying,
he changes.
There are consequences. The consequences are in changing the shape of the team or changing the personnel. So the fact that for 90 minutes, at no point did we get the sense that the coach is uncomfortable with the way his team is playing. Because look, sometimes you may not be able to read.
Before you continue, but when he brought on Bonsu,
yeah,
and
Kamal,
they came in and around the same time.
Yes.
I mean, we saw a bit more urgency, to be honest.
No.
Almost
we
close
didn't
to
see some
80
urgency.
minutes.
No. What happened was two players who saw an opportunity and they wanted to take it.
That one is no coach.
It was not the team. No,
It wasn't the team. It
I'm
was
saying
only
that-
those two guys.
Sichu, I'm saying that.
Now he gave them how many minutes? He gave them like what?
No, Sichu,
8 minutes.
I'm saying that if the coach is not
Onyazi.
happy,
Otto was saying,
not that,
Wasan.
Sichu, if the coach is not happy, the first people you target
are those who
in
are
your build-up.
responsible for the build-up.
Whatever happens in the final third causes an effect. It's just an effect of what has been caused from the middle. Because by the final third, the opponents has seen the attack developing and they can react to it with their shape. If a coach realizes that, and you see, this was not one or two players in the final, it was not a Semenyo. In the game that we played, Semenyo was one of our brightest spots. He was the most active in the game. He was not very productive, but he got busy. Every time he had the ball, there was a sense of urgency. So if the coach wants to send a message that I want urgency, the player who has been the most active, the busiest, the most urgent in our performance is not the guy you take off. You get me? He is not the guy you take off. Otuado is the kind of coach who is happy with that kind of game, where his team is not threatened, but he's also not threatening. So there really is no danger, and he's not moved to do anything. That was why he sat on the bench. He looked on, and until we consider that goal as from Otuado's viewpoint and his philosophy, he was in control of it.
Yes.
After all, the Black Stars, the only time the goalkeeper made a save was the Gideon Mensah mistake. Then Ben Mensah had to make that snapshot
Sorry.
save. But apart from that, but you see, when you coach the national team of Ghana, the standards are much higher. And irrespective of what your philosophy is, you see, my biggest disappointment with Otto in this game, and generally how he coaches, is that sometimes you don't need to betray yourself or your philosophy to react to certain situations. You see the way when Pep Guardiola's team concedes a goal that everyone thinks maybe they should have been a bit defensive to see out the final 10 minutes. We all come to, even though we disagree with it, but we all come to the conclusion and acceptance that Pep can be pragmatic, but only within the confines of his philosophy. And so his pragmatism is in keeping the ball, not necessarily in dropping 10 yards deeper. So his pragmatism is in, let's slow down the pace of the game. Let's knock the ball about, but not necessarily hand possession to the opponent and come and sit deep and defend, because that is alien to him. In the same vein, Otto, within his very conservative approach, could have gotten this team to play in a manner that got them to see out the game. Because look, even for the goal that we scored there, we did not really have to inject too much pace.
No. It was just Elijah Wusi finding Kudus and Kudus.
That was it.
Kudus waiting for the right moment to find Jordan.
We did not really have to inject. So just ask the team, keep on doing what you are doing. Let it fetch us the second goal. But the moment we started the second half, and it looked like the tempo had dropped even deeper than what we saw in the first half, the alarm bells should have rung in Otuado's head. But it didn't. And that for me is what was disappointing. And as for the players, look, I'm disappointed, but I can't really blame them, because if the coach is watching them full on the pitch and he's not minded to, either through his words or his substitutions, communicate to them that, look, you can't be joking here. Who else should we hold responsible? Who else should we hold responsible?
Same thing as then when we lost against Angola here in the AFCON. We're going to play against Niger in Morocco or somewhere.
See,
they went there very slowly. He sat there on
we love drama.
What is that?
We just want the complications of other calculations and
I
put
think
ourselves under pressure.
At some point, but you see, this has not always been Ghana.
No, it's been Ghana in the last couple of years, to be honest.
Yes,
more recent
but
years.
The Black Stars that we grew up watching, that debut World Cup appearance, we lost games, but not under these circumstances.
At all.
It was a thing that you could not fault an effort.
No, I've always said there's a way to lose. We could have gone to Chad and lost, but we can look at the performance and say,
okay,
had we taken our chances, the effort was good, the referee was on our side, we're unlucky here and there. But
Charlie,
look, this
I'm going to conclude on two players. Right. Iñaki Williams. We've run out of excuses for him. When he first came, everyone said this was his acclimatization period. He needed to assimilate the culture properly. His teammates didn't trust him. It's
just not working.
Bro, some things as basic. Look at that Gideon Mensah pass in the penalty area. Unmarked, under no pressure whatsoever. He's not able to control it. The one Kudus found him. The same. Jordan's pass. At a point, I'm thinking, I don't know whether there is a mental block. I don't know if it's the jersey that is too heavy. When he missed that chance at the World Cup, I was in the goalpost behind where that incident happened.
The one he stole the ball and then
Kudus, we got lucky because Kudus was behind him.
Yes.
No, you're talking about the game against South Korea. We're just talking about the game against Portugal. When Diogo Costa dropped the ball and he sneaked in by.
So look, it's been 3 years of the same mistakes. Something has to give.
Who's the second player?
Antoine Semenyo.
The boom.
That finish. That finish is what that finish is what is holding Semenyo back from being an elite player. Because what I've identified about Semenyo is that he has the same situation as Raheem Sterling when he joined Manchester City. So there are players who are off the cuff. When they don't have to stop and think and process information and make a judgment call on which of their skill sets they need to employ within that specific context of the game state, they are found wanting. So when they have to run onto a chance and then tap it home, that occurs to them easier. But when they see the chance from a distance and they have to think and then make a determination that I have to lob this one, I have to bend it, I have to just tap it home, they are in trouble. There's a reason why, and earlier today, there was a conversation in the office, and I was explaining to the boys that Semenyo isn't scoring more goals now because he's taking more shots.
No.
The team is just redefining the areas where the chances are opening up for him to shoot. Because Iraola in the 2 years has come to the realization that Semenyo takes a lot of early shots and he relies more on his power. So if he plays in the half space, right, on the edge of the penalty area where they can shift the options around him and just with one step over, drop of the shoulder, he can take a snapshot. He has a very good chance of beating the goalkeeper. And this is something he has in... I'm trying to remember this former Manchester United player's name. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah.
He realized that a lot of the goals, often when he's 1v1 with a defender, he will shoot through the legs of a defender. And when Rooney was explaining to him that when you shift and you have the angle in your favor, take that shot. He was explaining to Rooney that take that shot because the defender isn't steady yet and the goalkeeper's vision is often blocked by the movements around him. So before they steady themselves and make a determination
anytime the ball goes through the legs, it's difficult for the goalkeeper.
To save it. Aguero also has something like that. Luis Suarez also used to do that. That trait is what benefits Semenyo because if you look at a lot of the goals that he is scoring, it is often between defenders and the goalkeeper. If he can have the presence of mind to take a second and realize that he has power anyway, but it should not be the default disposition in those situations. Because look, there are, and it happens a lot in the Premier League games. As for the chances he misses,
he's not clinical enough. And I've said.
As for the chances he misses with his head, I don't know the reason for that.
He probably closes his eye before he hears the ball. It's one of the things. No, it's one of the things. When they're going to hear the ball, players who close their eyes before the ball arrives,
they just want to make contact.
If you are heading the ball at the time you're closing, if you're closing your eye at the time you're making contact, it's different.
You don't know where it's going.
Yeah, but when the ball is approaching, you just close the eye before.
Yeah,
you probably could miss it.
Yeah.
Well, I've got just a few things to say about the performance, right? And we talk about the game that is coming up against Mali. To be honest, for me, look, I'm not a big fan of Elijah Uso and Salas playing as double pivot. But I think the double pivot was the least of our problems today, to be honest. It didn't have any bearing or whatsoever on the way we played. I think the way we played was strictly down to bad and poor coaching. Because on the pitch, the team really looked like a 4-2-4. So Otoado had invariably maybe then told the front four, Kudus, Semenyo, Jordan, Inaki, to go on and do whatever they liked. Yeah. And then the two midfielders would sit in the middle of the park. Now, if you've got two DMs, every coach playing against Chad, we know Chad they are the boogie boys in the group, so everybody gets past them. Every team playing against, they are whipping boys. In any team playing against Chad that is looking to score goals and is playing two DMs, it actually sends a signal to me that you want your fullbacks to be a lot more adventurous. However, Otoado kept his fullbacks as deep as possible. So with the two double pivots, it should never have been an issue if Gideon Mensah, who's a good crosser of the ball, Yurenchi, who has shown he can be industrious, were committed a lot more forward so that the two DMs can protect them or shield those spaces when they are gone. But when the fullbacks are where they are in right back and left back position, and the two DMs are in front of them, and you allow the front four to look, when it comes to progressing the ball, it was never an issue today. Because the front, I agree that we've seen games of the Black Stars where our attacking players just can't receive the ball because nobody's pushing the ball to them. Today, Kudu saw a lot of the ball. Jordan saw a lot of the ball.
And those balls were always coming from deep.
Those balls were coming from deep, and they also had those balls in the final 10. Yeah. It's not as if Kudus had to drop and come and pick the ball, because we've seen Kudus, when the ball is not coming, he would often drop and come and carry. So today, that didn't happen. That didn't happen with Semenyo. Not even Jordan, really. So they were finding the balls in the final 10. However, the framework around them when they had the ball in the final 10 was lacking. Because if Semenyo gets the ball, there is not an extra runner around him or into him
to combine with.
Because the fullbacks are static. If Iñaki gets the ball, and I agree with you on Iñaki. He's run out of excuses. But whenever he had the ball, his complementary right back is not advancing to help. So then Elijah Owusu or Salis have to go and combine. But it's Elijah Owusu and Salis going to combine. What that means is Semenyo has to pass the ball backwards a little into the midfield, or Iñaki backwards into the midfield. And that for me looked quite clearly like a coaching instruction.
Yeah.
Quite clearly. Like the fullbacks don't go anywhere. Stay put. If your fullbacks are staying put, why are you playing those two midfielders? Because if the fullbacks will stay, your back four is intact. Play a more adventurous
midfielder.
That is the kind of game I'll say them. You know I don't like Kudus in midfield. But that's the kind of game I'll say play Kudus in the midfield.
But you see, this goes to my idea that Otto is paranoid. And no, look.
I've not said Otto is paranoid.
Sichu, the times when we've seen Lawrence Ajekum will dare to move the ball forward.
Agreed.
And a coach who is paranoid will not want to take that risk of a midfielder who is confident. Even what's his name? Ashimeru Majid.
Yeah.
If he's fit,
he doesn't trust him.
He will struggle to get game time.
He doesn't trust him. I agree.
Because Otto won't like midfielders who will take risks.
So for me, my issue is I agree with a lot of you guys that when you've seen a lot of the time the Blacks have played, we've struggled to progress the ball, blah, blah, blah. This game wasn't one of those games. In this game, we didn't struggle to take the ball to our forward players. However, anytime the ball got to our forward players, and as coach said, there weren't enough men committed. Yeah. Because think about it. If the ball was getting to Gideon Mensah high up the pitch, Semenyo would have no business being that wide. You come into the half space or be in the box for a cross. If Urenti was overlapping, anytime the ball was with Gideon Mensah on that far side, it would be Inaki also in the box. So you've got Jordan, you've got Inaki, maybe Kudus, and maybe Semenyo all in the box.
For viewers, a classic example of what Sichu is explaining. Remember the Ghana-Madagascar game? Mm-hmm. The Inaki winner. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So because Ashimeru Majid had pushed forward, Gideon Mensah is also wide. Inaki is forced to tuck into the box. And he headed the ball from a center forward position.
Because his man on the right back is high up there. There's no point in staying wide.
Yeah.
But if the man is too overlapping, then you have to hold the line. You have to hold the wings.
Exactly.
And so all the time you had only Jordan in the box or on the edge of the box. So I'm thinking that was poor coaching, that was bad coaching. The instruction from the coaching was terrible. Then my second problem is, even though the team was static, the attitude of the players, it was so disrespectful. I thought they were disrespecting Chad. In their minds, it's Chad. What can they do? Chad, even if, so let's conserve energy for Mali. Let's not run too much. It's an AstroTurf. So let's take it easy. Thankfully, we got an early goal. But some way, somehow, the second goal would come. And because if you look at our goal, it was Elijah Owusu picked that pass for Kudus. That was a vertical pass. Like, it was a very decent pass as well. Kudus does sustain Jordan scores. So the whole attitude of the boys was like, we're like, it will happen. It's Chad. We are Ghana. It will happen. It's Chad. And truly, to be honest,
we are Ghana.
Like, they were lethargic. They were lazy. And when we were on the ball, when we had the ball, they were lazy.
Yeah.
When we had the ball, they had no energy. Yeah. When we had the ball, they were all over the place. But if you are the coach and you made those substitutions in bringing in Kalibon Suba and then Kamaldeen Sulemana, and these players are committing their wide players, I'm thinking at that point in the game, you change something in the middle of the park. Because one, Elijah Owusu is on a yellow card. And the game is about to end. You're not expecting him on those tired legs to be able to commit into some challenges. So if Elijah Owusu wasn't on a yellow card, he easily could have brought the man down, the guy who went to score. But that gives him a red card. So just bring an extra leg into the middle of the park. Throw in somebody into the middle of the park and then bring in something fresh into the middle of the park. The coach doesn't do that. So for me, I look at the game and for me, all round, it is complete poor coaching, poor management of the game, terrible attitude of the players by walking into the game and thinking that it will happen. Whatever happens, we will win. Like, it doesn't matter, we'll win. And truly, that was the attitude because everybody has beaten Chad. Oh, yeah. Everybody has beaten Chad. Everybody. So they go into the game, it's like, we got an early goal.
This reflects poorly on Otto because
it does. It really does.
Since he returned, he's coached 15 games. He has a win percentage of 33.3. He's won 5 games, drawn 5, and he's lost 5. He scored 27 goals and has conceded 18 goals in 15 games.
That's terrible.
Look, whatever your idea of coaching is. Whatever your views are on Otto, these numbers don't make for an interesting read.
No, it doesn't. And for a country like Ghana,
and you see,
the national team coach
in the period that Otto has coached, we've not been playing A-list teams. So,
to be honest, he's been lucky with
like Otto has been very lucky because the teams that Otto has been facing.
So let's look at AFCON. Sudan, Niger,
Comoros, Central African Republic.
Well, what was it? Angola or Central Africa? Angola.
Then there was Central African Republic.
Yes, that was the group.
Yes.
And then in this one, we have Mali, we have Chad, we have Madagascar, we have Central African Republic again. We've got Comoros again. So to be honest, Otto has been lucky with.
He has. And you see, today, when I was looking at those numbers and the opponents Otto has faced, I was like, damn, if ever there was a period to do a proper rebuild, these are the opponents you rebuild with.
Momentum.
These are the opponents
momentum,
because by the time the World Cup qualifiers come around, you would have tested all of your ideas. You have gone through a different set of players. If after a year and a half, because Otto replaced Chris Hughton after the AFCON last year.
Yep.
If after a year and a half, we still look this bad, if after a year and a half, the problems in the past, and when I say they persist, go back and watch the tape of the goal we conceded against Comoros and check who was in the middle of the park that time that they ran past. It was Salis Abdul Samed. Less than a year later, Chad are scoring a similar goal against us. Forget about the deflection. But the fact that they can breeze through, and these are not high quality opponents.
No, but before you go to, and see, my point again is also that when you are playing the double pivot, it's important that you have your DMs who have the ability to win balls
and pass the ball,
because that's the essence of it.
That's the essence of it.
You see, let's just say they are not good passes. For example, Claude McLeary was never really a great passer of the ball.
Agreed. He carry it forward.
But when he wins the ball, he just knows who to give the ball to. So he resets.
And that
these
pass
are
selection.
Guys, yes, but these are guys. No, even before the pass selection, these are guys. They are not even ball winners. You see, so we can say double pivots all we like. The double pivots, no, it doesn't make us a good defensive team. You see,
don't do it with these guys.
When you play double pivots, the assumption is that it makes you a good defensive team. But truly, the choice of players he's choosing,
no.
It doesn't make us any
different. See, the issue is that Otto, no matter who he calls into the team, he will still gravitate towards starting either of Owusu or Salis or both. Because whoever walks into the team will show a certain willingness to move forward, to combine with his teammates, to take risks with their passing. They will show a departure from the pass select. Look at all the midfielders that have played for Ghana in the period since 2022.
Bets, like those who have
those who have enjoyed the most game time are the safe bets.
Let's talk about Monday. Now this game is gone. We were terrible. We were lethargic, coach. But then we come home to play against Mali.
Yeah.
Surely we can't behave like we did against Chad when we play Mali. We can't be slow. We can't be lethargic. We can't be lazy. We cannot play without energy. We have to behave differently, coach. How do we come out of this shocking performance to face Mali?
You see,
and are you going to make changes if you are the coach? What changes are you?
Of course, Partey comes back into the team. Partey surely comes back into the team. No two ways about that. You see, we need to respect the Malians.
Yeah.
Because like I've said,
they've got the new coach. Tom Sanfen is a different brand to the guy that they've given to Nigeria.
Yes. They are very typical. They are very capable of beating us here in Ghana. Although we've had the better of the exchanges against them. For a period of time.
Historically,
But there's always a first start.
True.
And if you look at the way we are playing, I am looking at the situation that if we don't hit the back of the net first to get this Accra Sports Stadium to erupt behind the team, and we have to come from a losing position.
When was the last time we did that, though?
We've not done that in years.
Was it against Mali?
Central African Republic?
Central African Republic, yeah. When Jordan
Mali
came
as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
As for that Central African Republic game, don't go there because we robbed them.
Yeah.
I've always maintained that. If we have to come back from a goal down, we'll be in big trouble.
The nerves in the stadium.
From the sort of lack of quality finishing in our front guys. You don't want to put Semenyo in the position where he needs to rescue us.
Yeah. Take a shot under pressure.
Boom, bam, bam, bam. There'll be chaos at that cross post. So fundamentally, Otuado will have to find a way to get the team to play in a certain way. What is that way? It is a quality opposition we are playing against. We cannot show any form of fear factor. As when they get the ball, they will begin to panic.
That Malian midfield can be crazy. And they can be crazy. They are very swift, physical.
We need to believe in ourselves.
Yeah.
So I'm asking myself, who technically and tactically can partner Partey? Atu, who would you go for to partner Partey?
Lawrence Ajekum.
Lawrence Ajekum.
I'll play Partey and Lawrence Ajekum.
Would they have the legs? It's Mali, to be honest.
What about the ball from Atalanta?
Ibrahim Suleiman. Either of the two. Partey is well rested. He hasn't played too many games this season.
Yeah, but he won't cover much ground, will he?
You see,
we also have to appreciate the quality he brings back. His limitations.
If we control the game, and we manage the game very well, he won't have to move around too much.
Yes, I think that his role on Monday will have to be clearly defined. What he cannot afford to do within the system is to leave whoever he's playing there
alone
all by himself. Then we are in big trouble.
Will he play a more attacking team? Say Partey and someone else. Kudus plays in number 10. Because today in the second half we saw him trying to do the 4-4-2. Kudus and Semenyo went wide and Naki and Jordan stuck in front. But would he do that in Ghana? Will he be
against the Malians? That is not the time to do that. We always, because the Malians will come with
double pivots.
No, the Malians will come with 3 midfielders.
It's a double pivots.
No, we should do this one, a double pivot with
some nice combination,
Partey-like presence. You understand? With the more, not these rigid non-passers of the ball in the we don't need them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so we need that. And then look, Gideon Mensah needs to be spoken to. Charlie?
Hey, today
the guy, Charlie, defensively.
No, he was bad. No, the first chance
Comoros had. Chad,
the one that the ball came across.
He was going to trap the ball. The guy just trapped the ball.
A better quality footballer takes his time, shoots the ball, and he's in trouble.
They shoots.
Yeah.
So he needs to be spoken to.
And the timing of this.
Being like a desical. It's like, you see, that's my problem with the I spoke about.
Yeah.
Gideon was being, and not only Gideon, the nature of the team. They were just being lazy, laissez-faire approach to the game, like a desical, like no energy.
Another worry is the pair in the middle. I have
the centre back partner.
I have absolute confidence in Jerome, but I don't trust the guy. Ajete Minjinindi.
He was a bit erratic today.
Yes.
Yeah. Also because it's his first start, yes.
Minjinindi.
Yeah.
Basic defending, basic decision.
Everything wrong.
No.
So now,
some balls have thought
you cannot have 2 left-footed players as your centre back unless he wants to go a back 3.
So who do you bring in?
I don't know who to bring in because Jigutu is not around.
Would you be available for the game though?
He has not played any football so far. Omo boy.
No.
True.
Salisu the same.
Salisu, Omo boy.
In fact, Salisu is not making match day squads.
Did he? He couldn't complete his move.
No. He's made a match day squad. I think.
Has he not gone to France?
He's
at Monaco.
He's in Monaco.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he was leaving.
No. Okay. Yeah.
He was leaving, but it didn't work.
Yes. So the point I'm making is that we've not looked at our team. No problem. What team?
Because they were not really tested, but it didn't look like it could.
That is it. Yeah. That centre back pair. No. As for Jerome, dear.
Yeah, I like Jerome.
I've said I will choose him ahead of Salisu all day if he's playing. I will choose him. But who partners him? We need to get that part of the team right to stand any chance whatsoever of beating the Malians. Because look, if they beat Comoros today, say king.
They are coming with full confidence.
They are coming with one thing in their mind. They are coming to win the game in Accra and go back. But that is the only way they'll give themselves every chance, if not topping the group, qualifying as one of the best
Playoffs,
placed
yeah.
second team. So if they beat Comoros today, Mali is coming with 1 in 10.
It's currently 0-0.
Yes. How many minutes played?
10.
But they just started.
Yes.
Yeah, they just,
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they were to, they come with only one thing in their mind.
Because even as we speak, Madagascar are only 3 points behind the Black Stars.
There you go. They've won.
They've won their game. They beat Central African Republic.
You understand what I'm saying? So it is not looking that bright as you see things. That is why we should have won today. It's past and gone, like you rightly said. Now, if you come to that part of the game in the middle, you see, Charlie, Kudus is a good player, but he must be told when to release the ball and when to hold on to the ball.
But today he didn't do his things.
Baby, I know
You're speaking into the future.
I'm speaking to the future.
I can't lose a Kudus.
Let's just say, now, because Haidara, those guys, they are good players. Bisuma and Kono, I'm good players.
Boles. Oh, who you back to say?
I'm a good players. So at the end of the day, these guys will come believing in themselves that they are very capable of beating us.
Yeah.
And for me,
They're playing 4 midfielders today.
Yeah.
Charlie.
They're playing
Sangari, Koulibaly, Dieng, Nene.
Ali Dieng, Nene, Niakite, and Fofana.
Yeah.
With Sangari.
Yeah.
So all 4 of them. 2 holding midfielders.
So you see, this is what we'll be coming up against. They've had the result.
Yeah.
Ghana, Chad, on the result. So, Sicho, if you ask me, it has to be a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. In fact, I would do a 4-3-3. Move away from that 2 pivot. But have Thomas Partey, because again, I don't want Partey to cover 2. I need him to stay closer to the back line so that you take the ball off them and then pass the ball.
Yeah.
Because what we cannot afford to do is to be turning to Jerome on Monday and letting him go long. We don't want to do that. But the moment you get him to do that, he will even forget about the basic. He may think he has to do 2 roles in the game. I'm supposed to pass, I'm supposed to defend. No, he cannot be the one supplying the ball to our front men.
Yeah.
No, that cannot be the case. Secondly, I need a natural winger. I need a natural winger.
Are you starting? So you're starting either Bonsuba or Sulemana.
I thought
he had a good cameo. At least he was causing problems.
Sulemana will cause the problem, but it's about his final ball.
Yeah, it's always been his bane.
So maybe Bonsu.
I like him.
Is not in. I'm listening to Joseph Pencil. If he was in,
he's not coming, is he?
No, he's going to come. I hear he will arrive tomorrow, but flight issues and stuff.
I mean,
if he had come, I don't know. If he were to get here tomorrow, if they can assess him and he's ready to go, I think he's the sort of player you want to have in this game. A player who will pick up the ball, make life uncomfortable for the fullback of Mali, and try and bring other people into the game. We need that. And Semenyo will have to be spoken to. You see, we need to decide who play closer to Jordan. A 4-3-3 with Jordan in the middle. I will go Joseph Pencil on the right, Semenyo on the left. Or Semenyo. In fact, Semenyo at club level, Sicho, where does he play? Does he not play on the right?
Yeah, he plays on the right.
But why do we keep pushing him on the left like that?
He pops up on the left.
No, but he's most often very comfortable on the right.
Yeah.
If Joseph Pencil is going to play, he is also very comfortable on the left. But the moment you bring in Bonsu is left-footed, so we are going to invert the 2 of them. The fact of the matter is, to win the game against Mali, every player in the Black Stars defensively has a role to play. So that brings me back to Mohamed Kudus. When he loses the ball within the first 10 yards of that environment, he's supposed to fight for it. He cannot just throw his hand up when the ball is taken from him and allow Haidara and those Biakite and those guys to be comfortable in them. We are going to be in big trouble. The Malians are hurting because the last 2 times we've met them at home, we've beaten them there. Kojo Asamoah beat them, you remember?
Yeah.
And recently Jordan to do the same.
Jordan
did the same thing to them. So but again, Sicho, you see, when the Black Stars is under pressure, I don't know, shine crying. Atu, If what I'm saying is not true,
Onyazi.
If Otuado, there are some coaches under pressure. That is where they show their club. Play for me and let's get the job done. I pray we score first on Monday. Everybody watching this program, I pray if there's going to be the first goal should come from the Blacks, because the moment the first goal comes from the Black Stars, the Accra Sports Stadium will erupt and we will push them beyond the finish line. This is Accra we are going to play. If it gets difficult, the pressure from the supporters onto these players, some of them will not be able to handle it. And players must be told to calm down. You see, it's part of the coaching. Tell everybody to calm down. Already you are pumped. The occasion alone has already pumped you up. So you want everybody to control the adrenaline level running in through your system. So receiving part. That is why Thomas Partey will be so crucial. He and Jordan. These two guys on Monday will be so crucial to whatever will happen. We should have gone into that Monday's game 18 points. 18 solid points. We can afford to lose. We still have our destiny in our hands. So the point I'm making is that, fair, actually, your technical team is weak. Achu. At the moment,
Hata. I wasn't in
him. See, Ghanaians don't like to speak the truth. But truth be told, our assistant coach, he doesn't have any experience to be the assistant coach to the Black Stars. Desmond.
We thought when Desmond was appointed, everybody said Desmond. Yes.
No. He didn't finish the learning process. At the moment when we took him to the tournament, he failed. Didn't he fail? He failed. We should have kept him there to go again, and let's see how that will go.
Cameroon are doing the business.
Rather, imagine if it was Maxwell Konedu sitting by Otuado. Is that not a much more solid technical team than Desmond and Otu?
I feel like,
but Maxwell Konedu.
I mean, there's this whole new conversation about Ghana wanting to have an identity and there's a DNA.
And Otu, my identity.
And I call all of that nonsense, really.
Absolute rubbish. The man's identity.
Yeah.
Identity. What I am saying is, you see, I'm struggling to analyze what the man will do. Actually, I don't trust the man, so I don't know what he has to do to. Okay, personnel-wise, of course, Benjamin, the goalkeeper, the Hasselhoff goalkeeper. Yeah. I think the boy who played at right back today, Irenchi, I think he's good.
You don't get problem.
He's very good. In fact, he's good. Gideon Mensah will have to be spoken to. System-wise, because Jiku is not around, and because I don't trust Salisu, he's not played football of late. We can't do a back three. Achu, we can't do a back three.
Yeah.
You got back three of who, and who. If it's going to be a back three with Gideon as a wing back, this is a summer to.
So are we saying that we are going into the Mali game with a team that has problems like written all over it, and maybe that could be the coach's undoing?
Is it the problem with our team is that,
or is that we have
defensively?
Look,
this defense, I don't think they can survive under pressure. I've given you Gideon. Look at what he did today.
No, but the
Ajete partnership. That cannot be the partnership.
You know, you are the one who has actually made me a bit concerned about.
You have to
back line.
Truly.
Yeah.
You have
truly,
to.
No, I was running commentary today and I indicated that the backline have even apart from the individual quality,
they've never played together
before.
And no, you see, I'm not even looking at those who started today. I'm looking at everyone who was called into the team.
Mm-hmm.
Like Salisu hasn't played, obviously. Yeah. Jiku hasn't played. He's not even with the team yet.
Yes.
We don't even know if he will come.
No, Jiku will come. See, me.
But Jiku
if Jiku has match rhythm, I trust him in this game.
You could do some shake some jumps or head that bassa.
And you see, the thing about Jiku is that
see,
The thing about
If
Jiku,
Jiku gets tired, he's not played.
I get you.
Come on,
But
Ricardo.
the thing about Jiku is that first 15 minutes he warms himself into
But
the
you say
game.
Ghana can say you not have Kobe Awasanda.
Never.
No, they.
Never.
We don't get half Kobe Shan
Never.
before.
Kim Grant now.
Never.
Sanka Krabbe, no.
Never. See, for all the times we get worried about Jiku will get his customary yellow card. Obejiewi, Obebonyansabo to the rest of the game.
But this time,
These ones, I get that, but I'm saying that I will take him. Look, if there is any awkward centre back partnership that I am
of course,
prepared,
I'll prefer him to he and Jeron to Ajete and Jeron.
thank you.
That one there.
I will play
go for him.
Jiku and Ajete. Sorry,
And
Jerome Opoku. I will trust the two of them. Also because Jiku brings you leadership
Yes.
and control at the back. He can. Those are things that are important for a game like this because Salisu moves like a truck.
Onyazi, or you're flat-footed. Onyazi.
Like he moves like a truck. As for Gideon Mensah, I will still play him because what he did today is nothing new. You know it. He has it in
But if he
him.
doesn't play, who plays?
Con, the kid from Union.
Is it a, so I was thinking
But you
that
see,
this was the game probably could have tried.
exactly.
No, so
But it's
Monday.
sad.
Yeah,
Monday,
but
so
Monday,
Monday,
you see, me, honestly, I was thinking this is the game.
Would have been.
Because it's Chad.
But you see, that's your coach.
Otuado Onyazi.
That is.
Chalo,
Thank you.
Otuado
But
Onyazi.
right now, you're going to train him.
You can't do that.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Decisions like that is what planning allows you to do. So you've planned
But
the
what
game
was the
time.
boy I went to be unfriended for the London, the UK trip? Where was he? Could you could have properly tested him at least, like we did for Bonsuba,
And all of those players.
You know, because between then and now, you can't tell me the boy just surfaced and popped
Look,
up out of the
Sichu,
edge.
let's not go and do any back three against Mali.
No.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Why?
You see,
No, we can't do it.
See.
The guys who are there.
with these options, who?
No, because if Salisu will play, forget about
He
for
shouldn't
Salisu.
play. Why should Salisu play?
No, they didn't
Sichu,
do my
why should Salisu play? See, people have not. Salisu,
Okay, let's try this. Your man, Opoku, Jerome,
Mhm.
Jiku.
Yeah.
Ajete to his left. Jiku
Ajete is
Ajete is right. So Jerome,
Mhm.
Jiku, Ajete.
No.
Why?
Don't do. See,
Easy.
Mali.
I
Anybody
feel like
who-
If you are doing that, then you have to put Ajete in the middle or Jiku in the middle because you
I
cannot
want
have.
no Jiku in the middle.
No, but Jiku is not a good passer. That back three, the one in the middle should be the one who is very capable of passing.
passing
the
the
ball.
ball.
Obey, if you play long, we will be
No,
okay.
no, boom, boom, sir. No, no.
No, but you see, Sichu,
And we have what can some
But
let's
for-
defensively.
Yeah, problem,
me.
There's a problem there.
Look, this game,
Like now that the way you've explained it,
Look,
make a
Mali. If Mali win this
Yeah.
game, Mali know that there's
they'll
a
be within a 1 point of
Yes.
us. So a point.
no.
before.
If
No, if they win
move
today, they go to 12.
If they win
Yeah,
today,
yeah,
they beat
yeah,
us.
yeah.
No, 1 point.
No, they have 9 points.
I'm saying that
Uh-huh.
if
If
they
they
win
beat us,
today,
uh-huh.
they'll go to 12.
Yes,
If they
If
beat
they
us,
beat us,
yes.
they'll come within a point behind us.
I get you. But it's important that our lineup and our approach to the game exudes confidence.
No. I'm just saying that if they beat us,
I
they'll
get
be-
that. So I'm saying that it's important that on Monday, our lineup and our approach exude confidence. That's why I don't want to tolerate the idea of any uncomfortable back three with if the conditions are in place, if the right profile of players are there, they have game time, they have rhythm, muscle memory, and that you want to go with the back three, I will grudgingly agree. But under this circumstance, start Juku and play Jerome Opoku. Maintain your fullbacks from today's game. Because I've said Gideon Mensah, there's nothing he did today that we haven't seen before.
Charlie.
Obey, he's that kind of player. He will give you a couple of games. It's good that he's gotten the jitters out in today's game. Because usually when he gets a bad performance like that, what follows is significantly better. It's a consistency that he doesn't always give you. So I'll trust him. In the middle of the pack, look, I would play Ibrahim Suleimana. And I'll play Thomas Partey. And I'll play Mohamed Kudus as a third midfielder, but as a number 10. Yeah. I will play a very attacking lineup. Bonsuba on the right side. Because between the three wingers that are eligible to start, or that are in contention to start, I will trust Bonsuba and Semenyo's end product more than Kamaldeen Sulemana. We saw it today. He has no problem getting past defenders. He has no problems combining and finding space in the half space on the edge of the area. Look, Sicho, every elite talent, if they get into the zones that Kamaldeen gets into, they kill you. They are either creating a chance, assisting, or they are scoring. But when Kamaldeen gets into that area, I can literally close my eye and predict that he won't score, he won't create an assist.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
That's always been the problem.
That has always been the problem. So I would rather back Bonsuba on the right, Semenyo on the left. And you see, Semenyo has proven that even though he's more effective on the right, when you put him on the left, he can isolate his winger. And when he isolates any winger at the moment, he can skin him for pace.
You see, but
he can get crosses.
He's not good at crossing the ball with his
Today the crosses got into the box.
Oh, no, somewhere overhit. A lot overhit.
But he got a number of them into the box. And you see, it is also because...
You see, those guys that were overhit, no. If the coach was committing his fullbacks
forward and there were options in the box, I will trust that. You see, that's why
coaching. These are basic coaching.
Calm down.
Charlie. Basic things.
So look, Sicho, I would, if you are going to commit more men forward and be reasonable in your attack, Semenyo is smart enough. Crossing is not where his deficiency is. But when he has to locate his teammates 25 yards away with his weaker foot, Charlie, that's too much to ask for any winger. Kudus may be able to do it, but it's not Semenyo's game. But on the edge of the penalty box, close to the corner flag, 10 yards, he's quite capable of doing it. The problem today was when he has to send in those long crosses. That's where the accuracy
is. Are we winning though? Are we beating Mali? I want predictions. Will we beat Mali?
I think we can.
No, I don't want stories.
We will.
Coach,
just let me finish. Just let me finish before we go to.
Just let me finish.
Okay, sure.
My problem with these games is not the pressure.
Mali 1-0.
It's not the weight of expectations. Yes.
Mali
Yes. It's not the pressure. It's not the fact that the players are going to crumble. If the game plan is right and the coaching is on point, forget pressure. If you are, because look, these guys, Kudus is used to playing at a 78,000-seater stadium. Full. He's played at Anfield. He's balled out and scored at Anfield. It is not the Accra Sports Stadium fans that are going to make him feel jittery. Semenyo, the same. These are players. Kudus is scoring goals with his weaker foot against Manchester United in the season where he's having possibly his worst performances in years. Semenyo, the same. Iñaki is used to playing against Barcelona and Real Madrid and going into games where Bilbao are not the favorites. So, look, let's respect our players and accept the fact that pressure is not something that is new to them. They know it. They live for this moment.
Defending.
What is the problem is that we are often not able to set up the team in a manner that allows them to explode. So they are often left with too much to do. Look, this criticism of Mohamed Kudus, when Kudus is on the ball in the Black Stars, there is a reason he often holds onto the ball more than necessary. Because the options no day. Kudus scans around.
I don't take that excuse for
him. Kudus scans around.
Kudus never be scanned. And the guy's head is buried in the turf. And to that one, I will agree with you from now till next year.
On pass.
Where's the scanning?
Two truths can exist.
You and I know Kudus doesn't scan.
It is, perhaps that is true. But there is a reason at West Ham, at Ajax, at Spurs, he doesn't hog the ball the way
because they don't play centrally.
Thank you.
Yes, so it's so
Sicho. And even when in the games when he's come central, the options and the way those teams are set up, he can't do what he does in the Ghana shirt.
In West Ham,
yes,
in the game that he's come central, he held the ball. Sometimes the goal that he scored against Frankfurt in the Europa League, he came central, picked the ball, head was buried, ran through and went to score. In other games at West Ham, they use for adverts. Comes central, picks the ball, dribbles around people, turns and squares the ball. I'm saying that if Kudus picks the ball in the middle of the park,
if he wants to pass, you can pass.
Forget it. He doesn't pick up his head. Don't make it. Don't take that excuse. Don't give him the excuse.
You won't change my mind.
Bond your baller.
The team, no. The way the team is set up, when the play is on, you have seen teammates taking off, and he does that. We all condemn it. But how many times do we see that? It's often the simple passes that people complain that he doesn't release it. And I'm saying that if we will set this team up and not in a very limiting, reactionary manner, that leaves our players with too much to do. There is no reason why we should go into a home game against Mali and be afraid. The problem is the coaching. Otuado is the reason all of us are not confident. Not because our players are not used to the press. Look, Mali could very well score the first goal. Yeah. If we ball out, we will come back and then beat them. The games that we have lost from conceding the first goal, how many times have we actually played well? It's always because Yasa. It's always because the coaching is bad. It's always because the attitude of the players is not right. It is not because, look,
I want us to quickly move on to the next.
There's practically just one game where you could, even that game where we played well, we didn't concede. It was against Sudan in Accra. That draw. So if we are going to lose, it won't be because our players are not used to the pressure or
right.
I want us to begin to ponder about
it. It's not necessarily
if we qualify to the World Cup, should Otto be the coach?
100%. If he's the one qualifies to the World Cup, what are you talking about?
You Mate.
Na se Otto fire ko come now we MFL.
Na obi am fire anko, obi am bo mane of fire anko. Alata game no be ono dey started of the coy.
And also in between his qualification and the World Cup, we can change him. But if Otto takes us, they continue taking to.
Look, defensively, no, we've got issues.
No, I agree.
See, the time to sack him is past.
Right now, they are
you've made your bet.